DoorDash has just introduced DoorDash Tasks. This will just pretty much just pop up on our phone, just like any other offer. And if we accept it, we accept it. If we decline it, it will not go against our acceptance rating. So that's great. But let's even look at just like what DoorDash already provides, with such as, of course, the food delivery. You got flash offers. You have shop and deliver, alcohol delivery, cash on delivery, pizza delivery, Dash Link. But to actually look forward in this, and here we go with DoorDash Tasks. Dashers have a new way to earn with their own terms by completing short activities like taking photos of a dish or recording everyday tasks, helping businesses get real world insights. Now, I know what you might be thinking, taking photos? And there's gonna be some people that just can't take a photo to save their life out there. And you know who you are. You just can't keep the phone still enough, or it's a little crooked, or it's a little bit this, or a little bit that. May have a finger in front of the lens and everything. But hey, if you can take a picture, this might be right down your alley. And plus, DoorDash has introduced something else that was even more surprising that I'll tell you a little bit about at the end. Because I was like, really? That's like a whole new level. All right, here we go. Let's see what it looks like here. We have an offer for $16, 1.6 miles. We see this is at the ABC store, and it says scan shelves in store 9 minutes. So just that right there pretty much tells us this is giving us an estimated time. That DoorDash kind of estimates how long it should actually take a dasher. Now, it could be a little bit different depending on who's who and how things are going, or maybe there's like a lot of traffic in that aisle. There might be some obstacles that may even get in our way. You never know. But if you see this 9 minutes and you see that there is like another shopping order like this one right here, where you're just picking up like 5 items, then you just got to think, well, is this going to actually still be worth it? Because if you spend 9 minutes, 10 minutes, what if you have to take 15 minutes to complete the task? Then you have to shop for the order that's added to it, if there is one added to it anyways. It might be just a task that you receive. It's going to all come up to the dollar per mile ratio, the dollar per time ratio. Can I still get this, meet my hourly goal, whether it's $20 an hour, $25 an hour, or even $30 an hour, and depending on what place, what market that you're in? How will this add up to get to your hourly goal? And if that meets up to your standards, just hit that accept button and you're on your way. So what exactly does this look like with task instructions? So we see there right there on the very top, it says scan shelves in store. Okay, cool. Go down just a little bit with the task instructions. It says, go to your assigned aisles in the store and scan all along the shelves using your camera. Not bad, okay? So it says like assigned aisles. So it's not like you're just going to be going out throughout the whole store, which is great, because that would be like a long time, wouldn't it? But if everybody takes a piece, and this person takes a piece, and that person takes a piece, eventually the whole store will get scanned. But I remember when I used to work at Walgreens, I worked for a manager for like 9 years, and we had like resets like constantly. So I know about how things like move inside of the store. This might go here, this gets moved over there, that sometimes this gets moved way down there. But that's just how the thing works. Then that would actually still leave open for DoorDash to send another dasher inside to take more pictures of an area. Do you actually think this is actually necessary? Do you think that DoorDash should actually spend the time for dashers to go out there and taking pictures of the store shelves? Because ultimately, this is supposed to really help the dasher with the shop and deliver process and make things faster and more efficient in every way they can possible. So when you actually get there to that shelf, it's going to look a little bit like this right here, taking it section by section at a time. And just remember, there's supposed to be like an estimated time. So you may see like a little timer on your screen. So it kind of gives you like a little mindset of how long you're actually taking, because really, it really shouldn't take too long. You're just taking pictures of like these little 3-foot sections. You got it, bam. You got it, bam. You got it, bam. And it should be just as easy as that. Taking nice, clean, crisp pictures. Now let's go just a little bit deeper of what DoorDash actually announced today. And it says, we are introducing Tasks, a new way for Dashers to earn on their own terms beyond delivery and other businesses to know more about what's happening on the ground. Businesses need to know what's actually on their shelves or whether the layout on another location has changed since the last week. But getting this information at scale in real time is the challenge. It's one we have spent a decade solving. Now, hold on, a decade? Wow, now that's a long time trying to actually test and tinker, try to get this thing right. Let's keep going. From finding the front of the store at a tricky address to checking whether a favorite location bakery is open on a holiday, solving these kinds of problems made our platform better for everyone who uses it. It also turned out to be something other businesses needed too. Task helps businesses get the on-the-ground insights need quickly and at scale, while giving Dashers a new way to earn beyond delivery. Tasks are short activities Dashers can complete between deliveries or in their own time. So that's an interesting fact right there, where it actually can be in between the deliveries or in their own time. Now it says examples include helping restaurants showcase their menu by taking real photos of their dishes. Now I know that was interesting because I've actually been to restaurants and I've taken pictures of their holiday schedule. That's about as far as I've ever done any type of a task. But this is actually taking pictures of actual dishes. Now that's interesting. Now let's keep going, where it says helping a hotel make sure a delivery driver can find a drop-off location by taking photos of a hotel entrance. Now, I have never thought about that. Taking a picture of the hotel that's in your area. Here's the entrance. Bam. Hey, you got paid for it. How much could that be? That's a good question. It makes me also think about how just recently DoorDash has introduced in-home delivery, where the Dasher actually goes inside the customer's home and drops it off. And how much was that? Like maybe $1 to $3. So maybe this taking a picture of the hotel might be somewhere around the same thing. This $1 to $3 possibly. You never know. But if you're already there doing a drop off, that might still work out to just get a few extra bucks. Now here is where it talks about giving an autonomous vehicle a hand getting back on the road, because you know how DoorDash introduced this new little robot called Dot that we talked about the past few months that DoorDash introduced, of how that Dot would actually go to the restaurant, and then the restaurant staff puts the order into the Dot robot, then Dot just goes ahead and they travel along to the customer. So now it's just there may be a task where maybe one of these vehicles or these dots, or maybe they're stuck somewhere. Maybe there's some sort of issue that a Dasher can just kind of help it out just a little bit. Maybe get it unstuck. Just give it just a little boost. But you just never know what that task could be. And that Dasher will get X amount of money for that. And what's so cool, we actually talked about this at the Roundtable conference as well. I mean, we didn't spend a whole lot of time on it, and I don't think I really talked much about it, if at all, in my videos. I'm just wow. But after reading that, it's that just brought that back to my memory. But that's not the only thing. But listen to this right here, because this is what I was talking about earlier. It kind of blew my mind. What? Anyways, DoorDash says we're also piloting a new standalone app where Dashers can complete activities like filming everyday tasks and recording themselves speaking in another language. So if you're bilingual, this might be right down your alley. The more languages you speak could be the better. Because if you're doing these everyday tasks and you're just giving these demonstrations in different languages, DoorDash could pay you X amount. So, hey, that's not too bad. Now, let's go in a little bit more. This data helps AI and robotic systems understand the physical world. Pay is shown upfront, determined based on the effort and complexity of the activity. We're already partnering with companies across the industries, included retail, insurance, hospitality, and technology. We plan to expand into more task types and countries over time. Tasks and other new apps are currently available in select places in the United States, excluding California, New York City, Seattle, and Colorado. So interesting. What do you think? Is this something that you might be able to do? Will the pay be enough? Maybe just get that just a little bit extra. Another good thing is like when we do get these offers and the order's all complete, there is supposed to be full transparency of X, Y, and Z of how much you got paid for this and how much you got paid for that, such as an order that you might have seen right here that we saw earlier, where you have to scan the shelves, shop for the order and deliver the order. So that would look like you would see the transparency of the base pay and hopefully that there was a customer tip that would be showing. Then separately, you have your task that you did. So all those things should be showing at the end of the process. And again, this won't actually be in like a preference tab. This will actually be shown as just like any other order that will not go against your acceptance rating if you decline this type of an offer. So if you're one of those people, be like, oh my gosh, my acceptance rating, I'm trying to keep it up. I'm trying to keep that metric high. Well, that's something you don't have to worry about, which like for me, that's good because I actually do try to keep and maintain platinum status. Not only for me just to keep a good hourly rate, but also just to receive orders in my area on a consistent basis, especially when it comes to that platinum offer boost, which I'll talk about more in another video coming soon. But let us know what you think about DoorDash Tasks and all these opportunities that looks like it's going to be available. Let us know if it's in your market already, and as soon hopefully I'll get to be available in my area too. I can't wait to try this thing out, so I'm gonna let you all, the viewer, know about my full experience. And I hope you found value out of this video. So if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and see me in the next video.